Breathe deeply and relax. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And as you do so, feel yourself becoming lighter and lighter. With each breath in and out, you prepare for your journey, like Alice through the looking glass, only your adventure is embarked upon by choice. Feel your consciousness as it begins to expand, beyond the boundaries of time and space, beyond the limitations of the physical plane. Feel yourself becoming a part of everything, everywhere. Wayfarer of all realms, both near and far. Listen for the song of the fairies. Let it call to you. It is the sound of children's laughter, flowers that ring like bells, droplets of dew that pluck the strings of an unseen harp, and the feather adrift on the wind. It calls you to a place that can only be seen in the mind's eye. You are deep in the heart of an ancient woodland, with the aroma of the forest enveloping you. Smell the rich, damp earth and the fresh green leaves, the sweet, ripe berries, foxglove and honeysuckle. As you walk, it is upon a carpet of lush green moss, moss that creeps up and over the mighty outstretched roots of a giant and holy oak, creating what appears to be an immense velveted throne. In the barest of light you wonder, is it dusk or is it dawn? No matter, for it is the in-between time, the time of magic. The time in which the shadows fill with woodland folk, fairies and foxes, brownies and badgers, pixies and porcupines, derrick and deer, half of which who go about their business, seen only as shadows, balls of light, and motionless movement to the human eye. But the mind's eye is not the human eye. In it, the filters of logic and thought are removed. All you view as if with new eyes. A wave of joy rushes up over you, penetrating down to the core of your being, as if a colorblind life had just been blessed by the kiss of the rainbow. You now see the world that has existed side by side with your own. Delicate silks fly overhead with gossamer wings, pouring mist and fairy dust from tiny silver buckets. Instinctively you crouch down onto the plush green carpet below, barely avoiding a collision, as one of the silken wings caresses your cheek. The moss, luxurious and soft beneath your hands, seems to pull your attention to its edge. There, from a circle of mushrooms, appear tiny elves, whose spotted hats or camouflage caps did hide their presence. Glancing up, points of light flicker in the trees like fallen stars or will-o'-the-wisps, and over each point, lithe green pixies begin to hang garlands of fresh flowers. It is as if a great hall were assembling itself around you, clamoring with excitement and anticipation, a feeling readily becoming your own. You feel the happiness welling up from inside of you and spilling out to all around you, as you think to yourself, could this all be real? What a strange and wonderful place this is, slightly askew from the world we know. Ah, but what is the world that you know? A gentle voice from directly in front of you interrupts your thoughts. Looking up from your crouched position, you can see Mother Nature herself, with full belly and swollen breasts, has ascended her throne. And it is she whom you now kneel before. Her gown, woven of sunlight and moonbeams, drapes around her. Her sandals lace up her alabaster calves with vines of ivy. Her hair, long and flowing, is adorned with briar roses and baby's breath. In her eyes, the sparkle and depth of the blue ocean. and her smile as warm and fair as the trade winds. The world you know is merely a perception. The people who disbelieve in my hidden children can no more cause them to vanish than can the fairies who don't believe in humans cause you to disappear. And the fact that you are here, that in itself proves that there is a little fairy within me. Smiling reassuringly, she continues, "Are you impish yet shy? Do you root or fly? Do you swim through castles under the sea? Maybe." The fairy dust swirls and rises around you, reaching out her arms as she would to hold a newborn babe. The voice, more beautiful than all the rest, continues once again. "Come then, child, take my hands and see what lies within thee." The chant rises from the fairy folk around you, who begin to circle and dance. Feel the glee, you are we, and this is a spree. As you take her hands, the fairy within you emerges, leaping and bounding with the fervor of a precocious kitten. Knowing that you are safe in the hands of the Great Mother, you let go of all inhibitions. You whirl and twirl, and stomp and snort, bellow and trumpet with the rest of the fairies. Free, free, and off to spree, we sing, we dance so wildly. Feel the glee, you are we, and this is a spree. Free, free, and off to spree, we sing, we dance so wildly. Feel the glee, you are keeping the joy in your hearts, retaining your connection to the fairy spirit within you. You must remember that there is singing and dancing and feasting in your own world to be done, and it is time for you to return now, feeling the room once again around you, and returning to full consciousness as you are ready, feeling wonderful and refreshed. You begin to come back to full consciousness.